Hello, hello, welcome back to the Flux campaign. Last we left off, our group had defeated the undead ogre, its master skeleton, and a ghast. There they met Apollo, a guard who had retired from the guard when it was taken over by an unknown human with powers to raise the undead. The group was forcibly pulled back into the world of Flux as that world rejected them. They are now back in Flux. Part of the party, Lokar and Isabel, have gone to the tavern for a pint, while the rest of the party, minus Bardis, has gone to the college to look into some details, hopefully to find something about the world they were just in. And I am Steve, I will be your DM tonight, and I am usually playing Theos, the half-elf rogue.
I'm Sarah. I play Isabel, Axel, Flick, and Kyle. Multiple personalities wrapped into one small package.
I'm Jackie. I play Silva, a gnome ranger, with her beast companion, White Tiger, Snowflake.
I'm Tony. I play Puck, a shady changeling.
Unfortunately, Bardis is currently away. He might join us later, but he is played by Charlie, and he is a Goliath barbarian who likes to cuddle.
I am Eric. I play Lokar the Turtle Paladin, and I am currently drinking at the bar.
I'm Dominic. I play Anoran the Elf Cleric, and I am about to find out why a Lore Master is screaming.
All right.
Lord Master is always screaming.
Because of their books.
The books.
Somebody stole a book, they found a book, they read a book.
And picking up from the last session, my books! You hear just scream into the air from the inside the college. That would be Silva, Puck, and Anoran. You are outside the front of the college as you hear the scream.
Well, you bet your ass I'm gonna burst on in there and see what the crap is going on.
Yep. Silva starts running in.
I'm following.
Alright, everyone runs into the college where they find Felicia further back towards the center of the library and see that she is just madly running from case to case, seeming to check empty spots between the books and just confused and angry and just seems to be lost as she's screaming, "My books! My books! Where are my books?"
I didn't think that she came with books. I'm saying that to the group, not to her. She's kind of emotional right now.
Lore Master, calm down. What has happened?
Her little gnome body is still just flitting. Is she a gnome? I forget. I think she's a gnome. She's a gnome. She is flitting from bookcase to bookcase still, as she stops in front of you for just a moment and looks. There were books I had pulled aside, but they're missing!
Do you know where you put them down?
Of course I do. I have made this library my life's work since I'm stuck here for an inordinate amount of time.
So where did you see them last?
Well, I had started reorganizing the library. Honestly, this library, not as good as the Dewey Decimal System, let me tell you what. However, I was managing to find the books I was looking for to look more into this world and the rifts and everything, and I was finding some pretty interesting books with some very nice titles, and I was placing them on these shelves, but now they've just gone missing. I turned my back for a moment and they're just gone.
You sure you didn't lose them?
Do I look like the sort of person who would lose books? As she gives you a glare behind her glasses.
You check your pockets?
I have gnome pockets, alright? They don't fit books.
Was anyone else here?
Well, let's see. This is a world, a pocket dimension. You know, everyone that comes here is brought here by whatever Narek is. So I'm pretty sure no one else has been here besides me and you people.
Well, we weren't here.
You are here now. Did you take my books? Did you take my books?
Did you lose your books?
I did not lose anything.
Except for
Then,
books.
then where are your books?
At this point, she starts to rage, and we go to the tavern where Lokar and Isabel are getting
The
themselves
lore master
a
has become a
pint.
barbarian.
I said Lokar and Isabel.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Yeah.
flipping to us in the tavern?
I am. You're grabbing a pint.
Yep.
Scene change.
Oh, that was quite the battle
Yeah. What happened?
with the undead.
Oh, okay.
What color
So,
are her eyes?
what? She's Isabel now.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I guess
What
he really
color are
doesn't know
Isabel's
about
eyes?
he'll just kind of look at you and just kind of like, yeah, you know, the undead, the one that you dispatched, and then I had to finish up for you.
see, I don't know any of that because whoever is controlling the personalities would have those memories. That's kind of how it works. So, I've been in kind of like a sleep psychosis in myself. So, whoever was there will remember your battle, but I do not.
He kind of turns his head to the side, like probably almost 90 degrees, because he's a turtle. And he just kind of goes, what?
Yeah, the tavern owner, Jamie, the very masculine-looking female elf, is also kind of doing a head tilt like, what?
What?
Trying to match my head.
Trying in the same amount of confusion.
So, you don't remember anything about the ogre, and the skeleton, and the zombies?
No, I'm like a bunch of people in one body. So I have I have like wounds, but I don't know how I got them.
I'm a paladin. Do you want me to see if I can exercise some of these demons for you?
You know, I've had that happen in the past, and it has not been fun. And I've learned over time to let everyone coexist together as best as possible.
Alright, well, I guess whatever that personality was that was in that battlefield really knew how to wield a weapon, so I'm happy to have her on the battlefield.
Axel, she's a pain in the ass.
Well, she did pretty good at dealing out some damage to those undead. I mean, I had to come in and
She has
finish it
anger
up.
issues. She has some
Well,
anger issues.
Sometimes on the battlefield, that helps.
I would worry if you stole her kill.
Well, to be fair, she got the kill, and it came back.
She's probably still mad about that.
Well, that
She's
happened.
probably telling everyone else outside that it's unfair and she'll have her revenge.
Well, if we ever get the chance, we'll figure out some way to add some radiant damage into her, some holy damage into her fighting style, and maybe that'll help her with those kills if we have to go back to that world.
We'll see. It also depends on who you get.
That's fair. And he kind of lifts the glass and offers you a toast, and at least, well, here's to surviving a battle against the undead again.
Cheers.
And as the two frothy, chilled glasses clink, you hear in the distance, "Books!"
I'm
just gonna
roll
keep drinking.
to save against being deafened.
I think it's that crazy woman who won't stop looking at me, so...
What is it to
drink.
save versus deafen?
You're fine, don't worry about it.
I just turn and I go, I don't even think I've met everybody in this town yet. So, if somebody comes and asks for me, I'll go over there. If not, I got this nice pint right in front of me.
I'm staying out of it.
Agreed.
Yeah, you're gonna force my hand on this, I gotcha.
I mean, all she's done is yell about books. Why would that give me any inclination to walk over?
And she has a thing for
Investigate.
Isabel, so Isabel's going to stay 10 feet away from it, or farther, as much as possible.
Yeah. I remember that awkward introduction.
Yeah, what is up with that? Anyways, back at the college while you two enjoy your pint, you have finally managed to get everyone on the same page that Felicia had found books, she had organized books, and that books are going missing from the shelves, and no, she did not lose them, they are disappearing.
Which books specifically are going missing? What's the subject?
What? Well, most of them are about... Well, honestly, I'm just going based on the titles as they were written in code on the inside, but it seemed to be about here, Flux.
Is it like a certain location you're putting him, and so pretty much anything on the table disappears, or?
Oh, from the table, from shelves.
For a magic user, I actually don't really know how magic works that well, so.
Well, then you are a poor student.
Warlocks and sorcerers.
A warlock, you say? Oh,
I was
so
joking. I was just
Oh,
joking.
God.
That was not a character.
I see.
The place that this library speaking to us.
I'm at the bar getting drunk. But if there's any girls there, I want to do that.
Oh, Lord.
I had to make the quote. It wasn't about you in particular.
Does anyone want to make an investigation check on the areas where she says books are disappearing from? So we can
That's
move
what I
this
thought I was
along?
doing.
Sure.
I thought I was doing that. I was like asking her where she's leaving the books or stuff like that.
I'll look around.
You were asking her, but you weren't investigating where she was pointing.
I like how everyone's like, fine, I'll help.
Yeah.
I was asking. I was asking. Does she? Is she putting them on a certain table, or is it just like they're leaving the spots at which she's found them, that kind of thing?
Well, I mean,
Or that's why I say to her. Then I'm asking her.
and that's why everyone else is rolling an investigation check.
I rolled a 13.
5.
So- All right, Silva, you see books, and all you think about is, man, this must have been a lot of trees.
Like, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Anoran, you got a 13. As you investigate, you can see that there are traces of dust that have been disturbed, but it doesn't look like it's from the books sliding in and out, but that they were like just kind of moved and carried away without, not like a person's hand would remove a book from a shelf.
A normal person would stack books this way.
Anywho,
That was a Ghostbuster
So-
reference.
Wait, she may be
Does she
right.
answer any of the questions? Like, is she pulling them from the shelves and they're putting them all on a table and they're disappearing from that table, or are they disappearing from the shelves?
she has advised that she has been finding the books, pulling them, and putting them on the table and reorganizing them on the shelves. So she is doing both.
All right. Well, I'm gonna check the table where she's leaving them, the ones that she's pulled out.
All right, roll me an investigation, please.
15.
15 is exactly what I was looking for. You notice that among the dust there is also small scratch marks in the top of the wooden tables where she says books have gone missing.
Are these books like, do they have like those little golden corner protection thingies, or?
Oh no, these were all just very plain looking books as if they were written as notes by a writer. They weren't like gilded or anything.
And Norin and is it Felicia?
Oh, please.
Felicia. Yes.
Felicia.
Yes, the lore master.
Were these scratches like it looks like they were dragged off or something?
I go and investigate this. I go and see the
Rats?
scratches.
You see any rats here?
Well, you go and look, and you can concur that it does look like small scratch marks, and based on the positioning of them, it does look like it would be like a clawed ligament, like foot. was digging into the top of the table as if it was dragging something.
Do the dust trails, the dust, does it make like a trail? Or like, can we tell which direction they were being dragged into? Or
You can see that it was dragging towards the scratch marks as if it was pulling it away from the center of the table.
I didn't even know if there were any like creatures here of any sort aside from us and
We've seen
whatever
the ferret.
Narek is now, the ferret,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's the only animal I've seen besides the turtle. Big turtle guy.
The drinking
Yeah.
turtle.
That's lovely.
Okay. Yeah, he's only been at the bar and he's still there, I think. Wait.
Yep.
Well, Felicia takes a look at the scratch marks and goes, "What? What is this? An animal's kind of scratch marks? But I've not seen anything like this either. I've not seen any sort of creature or animals."
You haven't heard any noises? Usually librarians or, lore masters are fairly good at spotting out the slightest noise in a quiet place like this.
I mean, it's so quiet even the dead would be restless, but generally, you expect old buildings like this to have certain creaks or sounds. Nothing out of the ordinary that I could think of.
Alright, let's see. Can we, Norn, did you try following it, or can we try and follow the scratch marks? Because if it's like
Yeah,
a small rat, it's gotta be dragging it, so it's gotta make plenty of these little scratch marks wherever it goes.
yeah, I say we should follow it.
Alright, well, you look at the scratch marks and you see that they go towards the end of the table and then you don't see any on the ground.
Alright, investigate the end of the table. Like it just goes to the edge of the edge, it doesn't wrap around or anything like that.
No, actually, that's a good question. It looks like whatever claws on the feet kind of leave the table for a moment and then scratch the outer ring edge of it for a moment before a slightly deeper cut as if it's pushing off the table.
Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna I guess I'll look up, or maybe it's trying to jump up. Look up and look down and look around wherever a little thing that would have trouble carrying a book would be able to reach.
Alright, as you look up, you see that there is a book sitting on top of one of the tall shelves. These shelves are in this corner of the library, I'm going to say, are probably about 15 feet tall with a ladder along them for people to reach the higher up books. You can see that there is a tome sitting on the top of this shelving unit, as with just the corner poking out as if it was placed up there, but it seems very unusual for a book to be placed up there.
I'm going to just wave my hand and then mage hand it down.
Alright, I will need you to roll a... what is Mage Hand's strength?
10 pounds.
Up to 10 pounds? Alright, but what about using it for contested?
I don't think it can. I don't know, like whatever 10 pounds of force can do.
I just said foreskin.
You're too drunk. You need to hold off, okay?
Drunk enough for that.
Alright, you reach with Mage Hand and you see there's a little resistance before the book just flies to your hand. And you see in the cover that there is the same kind of claw marks.
Hey, Anoran.
Yes, sir.
That book didn't come as easily as I thought it would. I think that rat might be up there or something like that.
I could go on the ladder. I'm gonna go on the ladder and see if I can see what's on top of the bookcase or bookshelf or the thing.
Alright, you go up the ladder. You do not see anything. Roll an investigation for me.
11.
11. You see that there is a section of the top of the shelf where there has definitely been a disturbance in the dust, and you can see little claw marks in the wood at the top of the shelf.
Does the disturbance in the dust form a trail that I can follow or anything like that?
No, it looks like there's just a disturbance in the dust where the book was, and then there is a disturbance around where the claw marks are.
And I turned to Felicia and like, here, is this one of the books that you collected?
Yes. This looks like a note from a researcher of sorts, and it's coded, but it looks like it might have been about some of the magic practices done here in this world. On that point, Dom, I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom saving.
Okay. Nat 20.
Damn! Alright, lot less funny.
Well, it's a 24 total.
Nat 20. Alright, well, the DC was a 10, so you're
Really
good.
Really, really good.
Alright, all of a sudden, where at first you saw nothing, suddenly there's this green, small, lemur-looking, bug-eyed creature with horns, long ears, and a maw of sharp teeth as it just goes and just screams in your face, holding up its little clawed hands, and you just look at that motherfucker and you're like, not even.
I'm gonna try to grab it.
Alright, roll dexterity.
Okay. Just a straight 17.
Alright, it manages to evade your grasp as you reach out for it, and it just jumps into the air and lands on the table in front of Puck and Felicia and Silva.
What was a... I
Is it a beast?
swap my hand towards it with a like I just swing my hand at it and essentially try and blast it away from me. Kind of like backhand Eldritch blast it, bitch slap it.
Wait,
Alright,
I can talk to it.
Tony already said he was going to do that. Tony, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll.
That would be a...
That would be a what?
21.
21. Oh, you smack him. Roll damage.
6, and I throw it 10 feet back into the wall.
As you throw it 10 feet back, it makes a roll, and it's rolling well. It manages to cling onto the book in Felicia's hand and tear it as it goes flying away. And you immediately see it go invisible with the book floating in air as it starts to make a dash to the library. So now you just see this book floating in the air.
Can I cast Speak Animal even if it's invisible? Probably. I at least saw it.
Well,
by
speak
now.
with animal is.
Wait, is this thing on the table?
I need to know what I'm talking to.
No. So you.
Oh, I gained the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts.
You went to grab it. It ended up going over you, landed on the table. Puck's reaction was to pimp slap it with an Eldritch Blast. And he hit it and sent it flying. As it went flying, it tore the book out of Felicia's hands, landed, turned invisible, and now the book is floating as it's dashing away from you.
All right, I'm gonna run up to the thing and see if I can.
You're on a ladder, sir.
Oh god.
I'm gonna make an athletic check.
Actually, if you're gonna try and jump down from it, I want you to make an acrobatics check.
Okay. That is
Meanwhile- Go ahead.
1 second. That is a 14.
Alright, you managed to land fine, and you can start taking off after it. You're trailing a little bit behind.
I'm gonna try to stomp it.
No, it's too far ahead of you for that.
Well, yeah, but once I catch up, I'm gonna see if I can just like, since it's carrying. I'm assuming it's carrying the book with its hands above itself.
What's your speed?
30.
All right, it moves 40 feet, so it's keeping ahead of you.
Dang.
You can keep it in sight, but you can't catch up to it.
Can I cast Fairy Fire on it? Because I have it as an Eladrin. I mean, it's a low chance of success because it's basically it needs to make a DC saving throw of 12. But the book can also be affected by it, and I can just leave like a glowing aura of like a color.
Well, here's the thing about Fairy Fire. I believe it's a radius spell. Once you cast it, it stays in that radius. You choose a 20-foot cube, and anything in that area is outlined. However, it doesn't follow it. So if it leaves that area, it doesn't work anymore.
It also says for anything affected by it, it shines with a dim light.
Yeah, you're right. We'll go ahead and say that then. So it will roll a dex save. It fails its dex save. So you have a invisible creature and book that is currently outlined in a light color of your choice.
I'm gonna make it blue.
You're gonna make it blue. You are now following the blue invisible creature. Puck and Silva, are you also giving chase?
Silva is casting Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Snowflake, well, I guess we'll both kind of run towards it.
Wants to play with it.
Snowflake wants to play with it. So
Alright.
And meanwhile, I'm just like, hey buddy, wait. Like, kind of calming, but like...
Yeah, it gives no fucks as you follow it. It keeps running.
Okay.
Puck, what are you up to?
I think I'm gonna go and try and follow it and chase it down.
All right, you guys do that. As you do that, we come back to the tavern. At this point, Lokar and Isabel have been having pint after pint and have started to share.
Within this amount of time, I've probably been to like 2 pints. Let's not get crazy here.
I mean, you know.
I'm not like trying to get
constantly.
drunk. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well,
not like, hey man, that was cool. It's more like, I got through half. I'm slow.
Okay, well, I was gonna say Lokar probably shares some stories from the battlefield, from before Flux, and tries to also probably fill in some of the things you did while you were not yourself in the other worlds, and in the this one previous world, since he was not around for the other.
Okay.
Did you want me to share that now? I was gonna wait till we had the whole group to share a story, but.
I mean, that's up to you. I'm trying to include you guys as much as I can and not just have you sit there.
I mean, is there commotion? I guess I could do a perception roll and see if there's actually, like, more commotion coming from...
Yeah, I mean, if you want, go ahead and roll a perception.
It's an 18 on the dice.
Okay.
Plus 0, so 18.
18! You definitely hear the familiar sound of commotion, clattering of...
Music in the
You
background.
hear a Scooby.
You
You
hear
hear a Scooby Doo chase. That's all.
You hear the Scooby-Doo, the Benny Hill. You hear people shout. You hear people shouting. It sounds like a Norn and Puck. I think you were able to even hear the pimp slap as it cracked the creature in the face.
I just turn and I go, I think the smart ones need our help.
Fine.
So we get up and walk over there, I guess. Or probably quick walk over there.
I'm not there, but he said I'm smart.
I said ones. I didn't specify which ones.
Well, I don't think any of us have... I just have an average 10 intelligence.
Me too.
I'm not that intelligent.
Oh,
They're the averages.
We're the team.
Okay, what are
Alright,
your
the A team has to
standards?
come
What
in.
We're the
are
C team.
your standards?
We're average.
What are
For the
your
record,
standards?
I have a 12 intelligence.
Yeah.
You're the smart one then.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so Lokar and Isabel come up to the college and enter, and when they're entering, it's about the time that you guys were chasing the book and the imp and the thing when it was running around, and at this point the fairy fire has faded. You've lost track of it, and you are all back in the center, regrouping when the other two walk in.
What's going on over here?
There's this strange imp-like creature that's been stealing Felicia's books. We're trying to hunt it down to keep it from doing more damage and figure out what it's trying to do.
Where'd it go?
I went after it.
Can't your tiger keep up with that thing?
What?
Can't your tiger keep up with it?
I would
That's
hope
what he has.
40 speed? I don't know, how fast is it going?
It also has a 40 speed, so they would just keep each other equidistance away.
Just keep. Hopefully the tiger didn't lose track of it then.
I'm 25 feet, can I dash?
I mean, at this point, you guys have already lost track of it.
Oh.
You guys gave chase. You did the Scooby-Doo and Benny Hill theme music as you chased it. Eventually, the fairy fire did fade away.
Ooh.
So
I want to do
is now
something.
invisible again. Yes, go ahead.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I have tremor sense.
Ooh.
A monster with tremor sense can detect and pinpoint the origin of vibrations within a specific radius, provided that the monster and the source of the vibrations are in contact with the same ground or substance.
What made you think to?
I saw a little thing that said senses, and I'm like, well, I'm a turtle. Do I have, like, improved smell or something? Apparently, I can detect
So you
vibrations.
like get on the ground and like listen to the ground?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to see if I can hear the
What does
footsteps
it
and
tell
kind
you,
of
though?
track on where it is.
It helps you track.
I'm looking. Where is your tremor sense listed?
It's under senses. So if you go into like my perceptions or my my passive perception and investigation and stuff.
I don't see tremor sense.
So click the little senses gear.
Yeah, and it pops up everything.
Yeah, go. It's like the third one.
Yeah, no. That is a list of possible things. That's not the ones you have. The ones you have would actually show up where it says additional sense types.
Damn.
So
like
like
I had tremor sense.
So
I
like
have all possible. Well, it's okay if he wants to. He also has all possible conditions too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Sure. You could be stunned, poisoned, restrained, all that stuff at once if you like.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you guys know that there is a small creature that can turn itself invisible, stealing books in the library.
I still want to see if I can track it somehow. Like,
I
if I
have,
listen for it,
I have
or
primeval awareness, but all it does is tell me if it's at a mile. Tell me where.
yeah.
Near the location.
Yeah, I'd want to do something to try to see if I could. Well, I didn't actually see it, so I don't know if I could even try to figure it out.
We lost track even though it's holding the book?
Yeah, we can't. Nobody can see the book.
Yeah. Well, I'm just figuring if it's grabbing something that
I'm chasing after
it looks like it's about half its weight or it equal to its weight. I don't know how it's not going at like half speed. But
mystical strength. Also, I'm chasing it, but it's faster than me.
it leaves claw marks. Look for claw marks.
Or Felicia speaks up. I do have a couple more books we could use as bait.
That's a good idea. I was going to say that, and then I neglected it.
It seems to be picky on the books that it's going for. Are these books that we might want to take a look at first, too? In case we just absolutely lose them?
Well, I would say that the books are a good chance as it seems to be written by the same hand as the ones it's taking.
But are those not useful books?
Oh, they're useful, but it would be more useful to use them to catch the creature and hopefully locate the one taken.
Alright, well, we can try to set a trap for it. I probably want to try to set up like a basic, like, spring trap of some kind.
Sure.
So, you want me to roll like a survival on that?
Yeah, go ahead, roll survival. What items do you have to even create this trap?
Oh. Well, if you're gonna ask questions,
I have rope.
Like, I have an Elms box. I don't know what that is.
That's a box for collecting, yeah, you collect, whatever they're called, donations.
I have a sensor. I could use that as a little cage.
You could.
If you want, you could just dig a hole, and then I could make it look like, you know...
Dig a hole in the stone floor of the college.
Sounds
Yeah, do it.
No, it'll dig
You
deep.
look strong enough.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have rope, but if Isabel's willing to put up rope, I'll make a trap out of it. But I also rolled a 10, so...
I'm asking Felicia if she knows the names of the other books in the collection that were taken, or if there's a more complete collection.
It all seems to be books of notes about Flux and riffs and all that stuff. But again, she says the titles are all pretty themed around that, and it looks like it's just a collection of notes from someone who used to be here writing them. But again, the contents are mostly written in code, so she hasn't had enough time to really pick apart everything yet.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 survival check to make a trap.
All right, you look at Lokar's trap. You just
Fix it.
shake your head as you reach down and adjust and fix it, and then you're like, okay, that should.
I'm used to catching bigger creatures. I don't need little traps.
All
Uh-huh.
right.
I'm gonna tell Snowflake. Is there somewhere Snowflake can like hide to get ready to pounce?
Yeah, there's piles of books everywhere and reading tables, so she could hide anywhere.
Now we just pretend like we're leaving. Yes, I guess we are done in the library for now. We will now leave.
Go to the bar.
Yes, back to the tavern.
And it works as it has a low intelligence score.
And I have a high intelligence.
Snowflake pounces.
Apparently.
So,
You are
Okay.
above average, sir.
so as you make your way to make it seem like you're leaving, Felicia leaves a book in the trap, and almost immediately as everyone's back is turned and is stepped like 15 feet away, you hear the rope go taut as all of a sudden you hear this screeching behind you.
Alright. Can somebody talk to this animal?
Oh, I can. Well, yeah, Snowflake would have pounced anyway, but gently, gingerly, playfully, I guess.
You can kill it.
Do you have a name? No, I'm not killing it.
I'm just kidding.
Just talking to it.
But how do you want to do this?
Queequeg does not want to talk. It says in comment.
Wee. Oh.
It said it in common?
It said it in common.
Oh, okay.
At this point, Bardus walks in with his large morning star.
Did I, like,
Pinata.
wait, where was everyone? The library?
Yeah.
Yes, you're all in the college library.
We're all around a dangling... What, does it look like a lemur or something?
It looks like a green lemur creature with bug eyes, long horns, long ears, and a maw of sharp needle-like teeth.
So,
Bardus, are you familiar with Pinata?
Oh, I was going to do that more fun.
So,
You can practice your
isn't
mace.
The bar. This isn't the bar. How the hell did I get here?
Alright, Bardus, here. You got a new Morning Star. What I have for you, see this little baby over here? This is some little creature that apparently can turn invisible, and it speaks common, and it doesn't want to talk. Do you want a
And
good
it's our
target
stealing
for
our
your-
stiff.
Yeah. Do you want a good target for that new mace? You can give it a good whack.
Don't hurt him.
How, this thing...
No, don't hurt Queequeg, don't hurt Queequeg.
That I suggest you talk.
Queequeg talks.
Okay? So what do you have to say? Why are you stealing this book?
Queequeg does not steal. Queequeg takes back what belongs to the master.
Who is your master, creature?
Very powerful, very powerful.
Okay, where are you taking... Okay, you're taking books back to your master. Where is your master?
Master is... Don't know. Master is gone. Master, leave Queequeg behind, Master. Take everything with him. Queequeg take care of Master's books. Queequeg collect. Queequeg good servant.
So where are you taking these books now?
It looks like it does not want to answer that.
Oh, I wish I had Zone of Truth.
It still isn't that the answer, though.
Yeah, I mean, it can still refuse to answer.
Yeah, I'd like to, I would like to shove my sword into the stone ground right in front of it as an intimidation.
Sure, roll an intimidation check.
Can I do that with my strength modifier?
No.
Well, hold on. I just absentmindedly walked in the library and I guess won some sort of intimidation check by accident.
11, by the way.
Let's see. That is nope. It beats you out. It looks at the sword. It's obviously not happy, but it manages to keep its mouth shut.
All right, Bardis, he's all yours, and I walk away, or at least to the other side of the room.
The name of your master, creature. What is it?
Queequeg cannot say. Queequeg is bound. Queequeg promised. Cannot say.
Why does he want these books?
They are his books. He made them.
Can I try to just take the book out of his hand now, or?
I mean, you can. Actually, if you want, you can roll a religion check on the creature it is.
I'll actually just ask Felicia, who's the author of the books?
Felicia shrugs. There was no author pen name. They're just books scattered about the library.
But I thought you said that you knew that they were all by the same author.
Booyah! Booyah, that is a 21.
Because of the handwriting, she said. They're all the same handwriting.
Okay.
Booyah.
Booyah, 21. This is a quasit. It is a tiny fiend. They are commonly used as familiars by spellcasters.
This thing is a fiend. Possibly a familiar. Why were you...
Yes, Queequeg familiar!
Can you still sense your master? Can you still feel him?
No.
He is on another... So... He is gone. And where were you taking these books, creature? Where have you been hiding them?
Oh, I guess we found ourselves a pet. Should we cage it and leave it here in the library so it can stare at its master's books being read?
How far, if this thing is dangling, right, you said?
Ooh.
Yes, it is dangling from a rope tied around its ankles.
Oh, okay. So it's already
It's like hanging upside down, clinging to a book.
Anoran's gonna take out the rod that he has. You know, they got it from the other world, and he's gonna hold it in his hand so the creature can see it. Creature, is this rod a tool of your master?
Creature kind of stares at it in a moment and goes, "No. It belongs to the betrayer."
The betrayer? Who is the betrayer?
Queequeg cannot say.
Who did he betray?
Everyone.
He betrayed everyone here in this world.
Queequeg, only servant. Queequeg, only follow master's command. Queequeg, good servant. And continues to go off into gibberish about it being a good familiar and doesn't seem very concerned in answering your questions.
Well, if he's not going to talk, I guess we can remove him from our presence.
Felicia, do you have any place that can keep magical things imprisoned?
Well, I mean, this is a library. Holding things hostage isn't really what a library is meant for.
No, it just does that naturally. But
Well, why don't we just get that guard? Maybe there's something at the guard.
Wait,
area.
we can go to the enchanter. Perhaps he can get us like a cage or something, enchanted cage to hold this thing. I do not like the idea of it wandering free.
As you say that, it rolls a natural 20 to escape from the bond as it slips out. It lands on the floor with a click of its claws hitting the stone floor as you see it start to bolt again.
Snowflake would have been right there.
All
That
right.
counts.
Have Snowflake make a acrobatics check. A dex check. Have her do a dex check.
And then I ready in action after Snowflake.
And just 10.
10?
Yeah.
So Snowflake does not manage to pounce and pin it. However, she does manage to claw it, and it starts to bleed a little as it runs down the path, leaving a trail of blood.
All right. Before it gets too far.
Yep.
How far is it?
It's well within your spellcasting distance.
And how far is it?
I would say maybe 10, 15 feet.
All right. I cast a little ahead of it then.
What do you cast?
I cast sleep. So pretty much I just take some dust out of my pocket, throw it in that direction, and see if it hopefully knocks it out.
I yell at Puck not to hurt him.
Felicia counterspells and starts to chase after it. Stop, you daft fool! We can follow it! It'll lead us to the books!
maybe.
She counterspells your sleep.
Alright, you chase after your own damn books. I'm walking away now.
And she does. She starts to chase it.
I will also help her chase it.
So the tavern.
Alright, Lokar, yeah, let's go.
I get on Snowflake, and we go. Looks fast.
Alright, so is everyone but Puck going after this creature?
Bartos stands there dumbfounded over what the heck. What happened? Yeah,
It's a
I
demon.
go.
It's a demon. I suppose I should be there just in case. Or it seems to be a demon.
Isabel?
Sure, we'll follow it.
Alright, Puck, you're the only one who decided not to follow it.
After this, I'm going to the bar. And I'm staying there until I pass out.
I'm just following behind. There's not much
Alright.
else to do at this place.
Puck is so
I'm
mad
not
about...
I'm not really contributing any magical efforts though.
Well, I mean, this is mostly a role-playing session, so get over it.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying that. Yeah.
I know. So... Alright, so Puck at first is kind of like, bitch, counterspelled my spell. And turns to walk away, but then decides, you know what, I should probably stick with the rest of the... And starts to trail behind the rest of the... As you follow creature. The creature goes into the deeper and deeper into the library until you get to a section of it where it is obvious Felicia has not yet made it to this part of the library. There are no lit candles. It is dark with only the faintest dim light. As you see the Quasit reach a stone wall, seemingly finds a small alcove hidden in it to slip.
Did we lose our DM?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah,
seemed like you
went
just
quiet.
cut off.
Yeah, you went quiet.
Oh no, it slipped into an alcove hidden in the wall in the back of the library.
Okay. I'll walk over and see if I can see in there.
Have fun, Felicia.
Well, you walk over to the small alcove and you can see that it is a sort of visual illusion, not made with magic, but based on how the stone has been cut and placed, that there is actually a hidden walkway behind the wall.
Oh. Is it, like, wide enough to get into?
Yeah, it's wide enough for a single file.
I'm going in. Line up, everybody, line up, line up.
There it is.
Even for his turtliness?
Everybody line up! We got Lokar in the front.
I'll follow.
I'll be right behind them.
Alright. Order actually doesn't really matter except for the first person to go down there. So Lokar and everyone, as you get down there, you find yourself entering a small chamber where the walls are lined with shelves of books and magical knickknacks, like small tools that might be used by a thaumaturgist or someone conducting study in alchemy and enchanting.
So it looks like somebody made like a secret little hidey hole here for doing their own stuff.
Like a small research atelier or lab, yes.
Okay.
And you see in the center that there is just a pile of notebooks, leather-bound tomes, and all of this writing material that this Quasit has collected from the library, specifying that it was from its master, which you got out of it when it was captured. You see the Quasit run up as it lays the book on top of the pile that it is collected, and it turns and hisses at you. Master stuff! Master stuff!
Well, we're the only ones here now, so it's not necessarily just your master's stuff anymore. We're trying to work together to help restore this planet, and if we can, bring back these wizards that did this whole thing.
You try bring back Master?
If he's good, I mean, if he's evil, no, we're gonna murder him. But if he's good, we'll bring him back if he wants to be, if he's still alive.
The Quasit... Roll persuasion.
Okay. I don't know which dice to roll because this one's been betraying me. That's terrible. 8? Nope, sorry, 9. Make that a 9.
Hey, well, guess what? It has a -2, so it is an 8, so it is under.
Oh, wow, okay.
You help? You help Queequay's master?
We can. As long as he doesn't fight us or try to kill us, then we can talk and see what he can... Maybe we can bring him back and he can help us get this world restored.
Then, Queequay, allow loud gnome to read books.
I mean, all these people that are here now all we're trying to do is help rebuild this world and put things back where they were. That is our job right now. And any help that you can give us and any information you might have that we need would also be very handy in trying to find your master.
Queequay understand. Queequay will help gnomes study. That is all assistance Queequay can offer.
If that's all you can offer, that is all we need. We appreciate it. And then we don't have to go chasing you around the library anymore.
Yes. Good, Queequay. Not like big cat thing or weird cloaked figure pointing a claw at Puck.
Well, I mean, you kind of were a bit abrasive, it seems like, so we're just, we have to protect ourselves too, and you didn't come off as a friendly creature at first, so...
Well, Queequay can be very friendly, as long as people will save Master. Help Master, yes.
We will try. Can we take these books out back to the library so that Felicia can help study them?
Yes, please.
Alright, and I pick up a stack of books and start bringing them out.
As you pick up the stack of books, you notice that something feels off as you hear a loud crack that seems to split the air above you as you see the reality above you just start to tear into a new rift, and you start feeling this force trying to pull you up into it as everyone of the party is suddenly just thrust up into this rift, which then snaps shut, forcing you out of Flux. And that is where we will pick up on our next session.
Oh no, not again!
I didn't get a long rest!
Wait,
Did we level?
Yeah, we got short rest and leveled, or long rest, or I don't care. Woo!
Level reset spell slot.
I didn't even get to tell my stories in the tavern that I wanted to.
Nope, you decided to drink slowly.
Hey,
I was hoping everybody else would be there. That'd be more fun to roleplay with more people there, but that's fine.
Hey, don't complain. I mindlessly swung my new Morning Star into the library.
And you just followed it in.
That's what you get for baby aggro.
Hey, I'm happy. I could have been completely concussed by failing an acrobatics check, and I didn't.
Off of a ladder.
You could have been concussed by its ability it tried to use on you, which is called Scare, which it makes you frightened, which means you would have gone ass over tea kettle off the ladder and landed on the floor.
But you try to get me with the
Ass over tea kettle.
wisdom, and I'm a cleric.
Yes, indeed. But even clerics can roll ones.
Fair enough.
Sometimes.
Either way, Queequeg is now in Flux. He will not have a large part, as that voice is terrible on my throat, and I don't want to do it often.
You could have let us kill him.
I could have, but then you would have never found the books.
That lore master is a much stronger spellcaster than any of us, dishing out counterspell it, willy nilly.
Well, let's see. Sleep is what, level 1? Counterspell, I believe, is a level 2 or 3.
It's a 3.
It's not. It's a
Counterspell's
3.
3, and I think automatically it can't. It'll cancel anything 3 or lower.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's not that much stronger.
Yeah, it was fun.
So just so we're clear, we are level 4 now, right?
No,
No,
Dang.
Eric, you didn't turn off the recording.
I know I did. It's
it's
fine.
fine. We can pad it out with chit chat.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, especially if it's useful chit chat.
Did we get a short rest at least?
I will say a short rest, yes.
I don't think
mean,
the rest gives me anything.
I mean, as I am not leading the session next time, it will be up to whoever picks it up next to decide what people get.
Yeah, so she's at least level 5.
I will say though, okay, currently it looks like I'll be picking up the next one. That may change. So if you listen to the next episode, it's not me, then it changed. But more than likely, we'll see how it pans out. You'll probably get a long rest after the next session.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the next session, you guys might just put your foot down and be like, you know what, we're in a new world, but you know what, we need to rest.
That's fair.
Because you guys just come off of the undead battle and then chasing the closet around.
Well, according to the balancing, challenge rating is based on fighting like 6 of those monsters in a day.
Yeah.
And like it's 4 people of that level and killing 6 of that monster in a day. So it's a weird thing where it's like, yeah, you should be able to last like 6 battles. But
All right. So the battle you had with the undead, it was 1 ogre and 1 ghast, which were both a CR of 2.
okay.
And the skeleton is a 1/4 of a level.
Yeah.
So this was considered for 6 players of average level of 3 to be a hard fight.
Yeah.
I can see the ogre portion definitely.
Yeah, the ogre portion definitely, because he had 85 hit points.
Wow. Can't
Yep.
help that we got some good.
That is a beef gate.
Yes.
I didn't even take any damage. I was trying to, too.
Well,
Yeah,
he
I'm
was
actually-
focused on Bardus since the skeleton pointed his control undead stick at Bardus and said, attack this asshole.
I kind of figured that, but yeah, that's what my shielding's for. I'm still tempted to take up Sentinel at level 4, but we'll see how things go.
Yeah,
Well,
your,
we'll see if
your
anyone
shielding
else
is your shielding was great in theory.
It made him roll at disadvantage. He just had a lot of strength.
Yeah, I mean, he was swinging with a +8 on his swing, +6 to hit.
Okay.
No,
So,
it's all
I
good.
This is
mean,
like I feel like this is like post-show discussion stuff. This is fun.
it is. I mean, it is. It's fun. It gives people an idea of what we're doing. But yeah, with the +6, basically, if he rolled a 10 or higher, he was going to hit someone.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
no, it's all good.
I got a sword and shield, and my AC is like 16, so he would have hit me if he did that.
Well,
I just feel freaking robbed because every time I try to do a radiant blast, I miss. If if this continues throughout the entire thing, it's gonna be like my goal. It's like once every combat, a radiant blast, and if that mofo doesn't hit, I'm gonna be very, very sad. Because
All right. So here's one thing though, Eric.
Yeah.
Let me know what kind of world you're gonna do. If there's any race restrictions, since Theus was not in the room at the time of the rift, I think I'm gonna play a different character based in your world during that session, and Theus is just gonna stay in Flux during that session.
Okay, that's your call. I mean, Theus can be there. I didn't. There's not going to be a lot of race restriction in my world. Don't worry about it.
All right. Okay. I'll probably just make a character just specific to that world then, because I want to.
I don't.
No,
We're not going to spend a lot of time in that world, but you'll see.
that's fine. I can do a throwaway, or if you prefer, I can just have it like, oh, Theus just comes ass over tea kettle into the world out of a different.
Yeah, I figure that's how that always works. It's like when we're sucked in like that, it's everybody that we're the adventuring party getting sucked
Or
in.
maybe he heard the commotion actually was behind us. We just didn't know.
Well, no, but it doesn't need to be like one portal. It could be individual portals that suck everybody.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I just like to imagine he was about to seal another deal with someone in Flux, and then he just gets dragged into a rift as he's about to seal it before he can. He's like, "No, money!"
I mean, and technically, you focus it on Lokor. Lokor is not going to be there, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm playing him at the same time. So
Yeah, I mean, all those Theus is not going to be filling the tanky role car.
yeah. All right. So with that, we're blabbering. So it's 12:30 on a Friday here, so I'm cutting the session. So good night,
Yes.
everybody.
Good
Yes.
night.
Good night.
Good night.